Welcome to the Bull versus the Bear, where we break down the two competing stories for today's most talked about stocks.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this all down today. First, we're going to tackle what I'm calling the solar paradox. Then we'll dive deep into the bear case, all the reasons you might be worried about this stock. After that, we'll flip the script and explore the bull case and why some people are still incredibly optimistic. We'll see what the pros on Wall Street think, and then we turn it over to you for the final call.
All right, let's set the stage here. You've got this solar industry, which isn't just growing, it's absolutely exploding right now. And sitting at the very top of that mountain is JinkoSolar, ticker JKS. Make no mistake, they are the undisputed leader of the pack.
And I mean, look at this. This isn't just talk. Jinko is grabbing a massive 13% slice of the entire global market. To put that in perspective, that makes them the #1, the single biggest solar module manufacturer on the entire planet, period.
So you think they'd be printing money, right? #1 in a booming market, what could possibly go wrong? Well, that's where this story gets really interesting. Because despite being the top dog, Jinko is staring down some seriously scary financial problems.
And this right here, this is the paradox in a nutshell. We're talking about a net loss of over $100 million in one single quarter for the market leader. So how is that even possible? Well, this is the exact battleground where our bulls and our bears are digging in for a fight.
All right, let's hear from the bears first. And boy, is their argument a powerful one. The bears will tell you that Jinko isn't just facing a few headwinds, they're flying directly into a perfect storm.
So where does this storm start? A huge part of it is geopolitical. It all kicks off with U.S. trade policy, and specifically a piece of legislation called the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act, or UFLPA for short. And just look at the impact this has had. It's staggering. U.S. enforcement has gotten so strict that the release rate for solar shipments that get detained has just fallen off a cliff. We're talking from over half of them getting through down to just 6.5%. For a company like Jinko, that's basically a blockade. And if you thought that was bad, wait, there's more. On top of that blockade, you've got this absolutely crippling tariff. We're talking over 41% on products coming out of Jinko's factory in Malaysia. That's another major door to the lucrative U.S. market slammed shut. Okay, so that's the external pressure. But internally, the bears point right to this number, a debt-to-equity ratio of over 133%. All that means is they have a ton of debt compared to the company's value, which makes them really vulnerable, especially when profits are getting squeezed this hard. So let's just recap the bear case, right? Jinko is pretty much locked out of the key U.S. market. They're facing these insane tariffs. They're weighed down by a mountain of debt, and to top it all off, the entire industry is flooded with too much product, which is just crushing prices for everyone. It's a tough picture. Okay, that sounds pretty grim, I know, but hold on. Because the bulls, they see a completely different story. They argue that Jinko isn't just sitting there taking punches. They have a real, actionable plan to navigate this storm and come out even stronger. And the bull case starts with technology, specifically something called N-type TOPCon. Now, that's a mouthful, I know. But all you really need to know is that this is the next generation of solar, super high-efficiency panels. And Jinko, they are absolutely dominating this shift.
And this isn't just some cool science project in a lab, it's hitting the bottom line. Jinko is actually getting a price premium for these advanced modules. Now think about that. In an industry where prices are in a total freefall, they are able to charge more. That is a critical lifeline.
But this might be the most exciting part of the bull case. It's not just about making better solar panels. Jinko is making a huge, aggressive move into energy storage systems, or ESS. You know, big batteries. And just look at the profit margins here. We're talking more than double their current business. That's a potential game changer. So you see the strategy taking shape, right? It's like a two-pronged attack. On one hand, dominate the premium solar market with their N-type tech. And on the other, rapidly grow this new, high-margin energy storage business, which, by the way, helps them diversify away from all that geopolitical risk. So, you have this epic battle. An unstoppable force meets an immovable object. What do the pros on Wall Street, the people paid to figure this all out, think? Well, to put it simply, they're completely torn. It's actually pretty amazing. You look at the analyst ratings, and the consensus is just hold or neutral. It's basically a collective shrug. They see the powerful bull case, they see the scary bear case, and they just can't seem to pick a side.
And if you want to see just how divided they are, look no further than these price targets. I mean, come on. You have one analyst saying the stock is going down to about $10 and another saying it's going all the way up to 66. That extreme range tells you everything you need to know about the high-stakes, high-risk nature of this stock.
And so here we are. We've laid out the evidence for both sides. You've got the market leader in crisis, facing this incredible wall of worry, but also armed with what looks like a robust plan for a comeback.
So it all comes down to one crucial question, doesn't it? Do the crushing external pressures of the bear case outweigh the internal innovation and strategic pivots of the bull case? Here are the core arguments, side by side.
All right, we've laid out the cases. Now we want to hear from you. After seeing all the evidence, which side are you on? Are you a Jinko bull or a Jinko bear? Let us know your take, and more importantly, why, in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you like this breakdown, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives from the bull versus the bear.